LiveHipHopDaily.tv.
Hey man,
We bike. BYKE.
bike.
We bike.
That's that down South Georgia talk.
We bike.
We bike.
That's
Oh,
the equipment talk.
You damn right.
But she said it so like she really from down there. You said it with ease
We
though.
bike.
We bike.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hey man,
in the building, man.
so look, man, we got Sarah Wild in the building. It's a pleasure to have you here.
It's an honor for me to be here.
She
Judy.
said it's an honor,
It
man.
really is.
Make us feel all
Thank
warm
you guys
inside.
for having me.
Make it feel all warm.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
make it go, okay.
Let's hook that up. You been busy.
Praise God.
You been busy, man. I'm talking about.
Not as busy as I want to be, but a little steady.
But your ass ain't on your hands.
Nah.
Your ass ain't on your hands. So
No,
That
I
means
haven't been.
you're working then, right?
I'm
working.
trying.
Definitely working.
I'm trying.
you
Definitely.
working. So I want to go ahead and jump right on into it. Please let our viewers know what you got going on, what you're a part of, what you're about to be a part of, what you've been a part of, all that good stuff.
Well, of course, my name is Sarah Wild. And I'm 2 years fresh into Atlanta. I moved here,
Okay.
of course, to pursue my acting career. And I've done a little bit here and there. I've been blessed to work on Greenleaf, Oprah Winfrey Show. It was the first
Okay.
season. Season 2 just started, but I was in season 1. Saints and Sinners, I was Kelly Price's body double. I just recently, as you know, as we discussed, went to California, and I had a great audition at a workshop, and I got some real good feedback. And although,
Can I stop you 1 second?
yes, you
Look.
may.
Her Facebook Live popping off on me.
I'm talking about for real. Mine just standing
Hey, I'm
still.
just like, man, she getting love, likes, and kisses and hugs. I'm like, man, hold up.
man.
I'm sorry.
My people love me.
They
I
do
love
so
them
look.
back. I
Y'all love
them
her.
back.
Y'all love her for real. I'm like, man, I'm gonna feel like, bro, like I feel like my Facebook just don't be popping. Like
Oh,
people, I might get an
man.
occasional thumb go across like this thing here. Look, it's still going. Look at that.
Well,
Yeah, that
but
thing
yeah,
jumping.
so where was I at though?
I'm sorry. You was talking about you. You worked on Greenleaf.
You was in
a
LA.
body double-
Oh yeah,
LA,
the
California.
opportunity in LA. So yeah, I went out for the Hollywood Black Film Festival.
Okay.
And I was able to audition for some phenomenal casting directors, and I did it. I wasn't one of the finalists, but I got some real good feedback from the casting directors, and it was very good. Listen to a lot of the things that they said. I was able to at that moment absorb so much and grow from it. But the good news about that, as I was telling Jimmy, that although I didn't get that particular, I didn't win in that audition, I got another role. I got offered another,
good.
and I don't want to get all into details about that or whatnot, but yeah,
You can't talk about it just yet.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can't. Yeah, it's not in black and white.
Yeah,
just
that-
yet.
that ink still
But,
drying a
yeah,
little bit. It's all
exactly.
good. Yeah.
But I got some real good feedback, and a particular director, he approached me and said that he loved my work and
Nice,
things like that,
nice.
and he said that he wants to work with me. So just last week, I don't think I had told you, he sent me the script, and the script is so me. Like I seen me all over it. So yes, I have the rough draft of it, and he
Okay.
said they're still vamping some stuff. So I'm planning on going to LA sometime soon to film that, and
That's a
I'm
beautiful
really excited.
situation.
Hey man, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm trying to figure out where did this actress bug come from?
Where did it come from? I realized that I was dreaming. When I was dreaming, I didn't realize I was dreaming to be an actress. Like initially, I started off as a little girl. Like I used to sit in front of the TV all of the time, just sitting there. Like I used to be so absorbed watching everything that happened on the screen. And one particular person, this woman named Diane Amos, she's the Pine Sol lady. You remember the Pine Sol lady?
yeah.
That's the power of Pine Sol, baby. I loved her, and so I used to always just watch her on TV because of the fact that I felt that she represented me.
Gotcha.
She was plus size. I've always been chubby all my life. I embrace it.
Right.
She had a gap. you know, and she was minority. So I used to just look at her on TV, and I used to be like, if she can do it, I can do it. But I never realized that my dreams were manifesting at that moment.
Wow.
So at first I ventured off into plus size modeling, and I still realized, okay, this is what I want to do, but this ain't all that I want to do. This is it's not everything, right? Exactly. Right. So that's where it began at, and I just started going full fledged about a good 4 years ago, and then I've been hardcore. I finally decided to succumb to my fears because I was so scared, and I moved to Atlanta. And it's been on and popping ever since.
What was you scared of? Let me ask you that.
Oh man, I'm a complacent person. I'm a creature of habit. I was living in Valdosta. I was getting money. I was comfortable. I was, I didn't have any worries. Like everything was cool. But I feel that I had reached my glass ceiling. And so I had people constantly asking me, Sarah, when are you leaving? Why are you still here? When are you leaving? And I'm like, I gotta graduate. I just moved into a new house. I gotta wait till my lease. Everything. I don't want to leave my mom and daddy. Every excuse you could possibly come up with, I came up with it until the point that I was looking. As a matter of fact, as y'all know, well, you don't know, this is my best friend Vince. Everybody can't see Vince, but everybody knows Vince is, right. But Vince is one of the people was constantly telling me, it's time to get the hell on. It's time, like, stop. What are you dragging your feet? What are you waiting on? And then one night I was sitting just on social media, and I looked at Steve Harvey. He always has the inspirational videos and stuff like that.
Right.
Oh man, okay. He always has the inspirational videos and stuff. So Steve Harvey, he said he had a video. He was in a parking garage, and he was basically saying, listen, if you don't jump, you'll never be ready. If you don't spread your wings, you'll never be ready. If you wait for the moment that you're ready, you'll never be ready. You're going to sit there and you're not going to soar. You're not going to do anything. At that moment, when I seen that video.
I saw that. That was like a couple years ago, right?
It was. Yeah. And ever since I seen it, at that moment, I made up my mind. It's time to go.
That's good.
It's time.
Well, first off, shout out to Vince. Shout out to you, bro. Because you need friends in your corner who going to tell you the real, like, look.
Right.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
That's I have several people in my corner, but that's one person. That's my ride or die right there.
That's cool right there.
That's my boy. Wherever I go, he going.
That's good. You got to have those type of people in your corner. Like, for real, like, everybody need that little push every now and then.
Right.
To make stuff happen.
And I'm so thankful. And Jimmy is another one. Like, ever since Jimmy and I have always known each other, our energy has always been amazing with one another. He pushed me, I pushed him. We dream differently, but we dream the same. We don't sit there and we don't wait on handouts and stuff like that.
Gotta go get it.
You came here before me. You got here about a year before me, right?
Yeah, because I've been 3 years now. Yeah.
And I was so inspired by looking at you, Lee. He left a little city. I left a little city, and we still have so much love for where we come from. We don't forget where we come from. It's just a matter of we knew that in order to want to do more, you had to.
You gotta go.
You exactly. Go. So Jimmy, thank you for everything you've ever said to me, and you pushing all the inspiration that I get from you all of the time. I really appreciate it. And that's from the heart. That ain't because we on these microphones. That's from the heart. I've told you that several times.
Right.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I'm inspired by you as well, Jimmy.
I'm inspired by you.
Well, that's how let's exchange. Just keep
there
on
you go.
Energy.
That's what you got to do
it. And my dog Hustle Man too. Again, shout out him because
shout out to Hustle Man.
He inspired by you too. We talked about you.
Hustle Man, I love him.
Yeah.
Have you met Hustle Man?
Yes,
Hustle Man
has the best name
and
ever.
His story is amazing. His story alone is like his story, his drive, everything about Hustle Man is so phenomenal.
We gotta get him on the show.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Hustle Man, if you on there, if you watching, you need to come on, Hustle Man.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, definitely gotta get Hustle Man on the show. I wanted to ask you though, because with acting, especially being like a black woman in acting, I constantly hear that it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Like, it's not a clear-cut path. It's not like go to this audition and you're gonna get cast. Like, you really have to work hard.
You really do. To me, I've learned nothing is easy.
Right.
As a black woman, as a black man, I'm still venturing and getting my way into it, but at the same time, it's not a golden road. It's not, you have to. I've been to so many auditions that I just fucked up.
Let's keep it real.
I've been to so many auditions to where it's like I practice all night long, had my words verbatim, and then I get in front of the casting director and I'm like, did that just happen? Like, and I'm so serious. So, as far as being a black woman trying to make it out here, sometimes I do feel that it can be a little easier, but a lot of times it is a lot harder as well, you know, because I mean, just ever since back in the days, we've had to prove ourselves twice, 3 times as hard, you know. So it's not easy. It is not easy, and I'm still trying to figure it out to this day. But at the same time, I appreciate that struggle. I appreciate the hardships, the all the obstacles and stuff. That everything. When I get discouraged, I'll get discouraged for a day or so, and I'm
keep it moving.
Right.
Yeah,
and I'm right back at it.
Right at it.
I refuse.
For somebody like me, like I've well, not professionally. I've did, you know, the Paid in America, the movie. I ain't trying to plug right now, but I did a little acting in that, right?
Okay.
We did a short film for this album that we put out. But that process, like, walk me through that. What is it? Do you get a script and like how does that work? Like the beginning of a movie, like say me and Hennessy, like we about to put out a movie. How are you presented with the idea to be in that movie? Like, walk us through that whole process.
As far as from a director and a writer standpoint, I'm not a director, a writer, producer. I'm in front of the camera. But as far as like, if you wanted to be an actress, well, everybody's story is different. Some people like Precious. I'm so inspired by Precious. Precious, her friends told her to submit. She didn't want to submit. She ended up submitting, walked in the audition. She killed it, and now we see on Empire and everywhere else.
Right.
So everybody's story is always different. But as far as myself, I started through a company called 21st Century.
Okay.
And my friend Shanae, she was already living up here. Shanae, she sent me the information. She heard it on the radio. So I looked into it, and I ended up signing up for it. And so basically, for the whole summer, about 4 years ago, almost the whole summer, I got on the road almost every weekend. My driver, Vince, drove me there every single weekend, and I had to take a lot of acting classes, auditioning workshops, and things like that. Afterwards, I was placed in front of a bunch of casting directors. We had a big showcase, and we had to present the monologue that we had been practicing all summer.
Oh, okay.
That way, I landed my first agent. Like, everyone doesn't get signed. Some people get signed, some people don't, and through the grace of God, I got signed. And so that's where my humble beginnings began. And and like I say, I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and I have so much to learn. I'm so far from where I need to be at, but I'm thankful that I'm further than I was 2 years ago,
Right.
3 years ago, 4 years ago. But yeah, basically that's what it is. My agent was submitting me to different things, and every time I see a casting, whether it was paid or unpaid, and I still to this day, I still submit to different castings, because you never know. You have to realize you can't despise small beginnings. You have to be so, like, just when an audition or audition, a casting, an extra role, whatever it is, if it's befitting to you and you have the time and the availability to get there, go for it. Because I've heard of so many people, like I've heard several stories of people being on the set with Tyler Perry, and Tyler Perry looked and said, you know what, come here. Took him in his office and had the perfect role just because of how they look, in the right place at the right time, and being an extra, you know. So it's a matter of just constantly submitting yourself, not waiting on your agent to do it.
Right.
Constantly submitting yourself and constantly pushing, you know, just whatever you see, just pushing yourself and trying to keep on just pushing, praying, and whatever's meant for you is gonna happen.
Those some gems right there, here.
Yeah.
Those some gems.
And
Like, for real.
you smell fabulous, by the way.
Thank you. I knew I was coming. I was gonna be here, so I took a shower, and I sprayed a little massage. I appreciate it though.
Oh man, like speaking of gyms, like being around some of the people that you've been around, like what is some key gems that you've had shared with you?
Let's see. Monique shared the most phenomenal advice with me. Well, first of all, when I was talking to her, she was like, baby, do you have a card? You got some information on you? And I'm like, no, I didn't bring my cards. She said, let me tell you something. Don't you go nowhere without your cards. I know y'all don't supposed to have that stuff on set, but you tuck it in your bra. You do whatever you got to do with it, but you always have some type of information on you. So when you need to pass that information along, you will have it on you. And that was the most valuable advice that she gave me. And I never go anywhere without my business business cards now because you never know. It's like it's a walking resume.
Right.
You
Hey,
know,
let me
so
get a business card.
It's in my purse.
Okay,
I
I just want to make sure you got the business card. I had to test them real quick.
I swear to you, I have them in my purse.
For sure.
But yeah, that was one of the most valuable most valuable nuggets that I received. And of course, she also told me, no matter what, stay in the game. Keep running, keep playing, don't give up. And she's so passionate.
Right,
And
right.
The Monique that you see on TV is the
That's
Monique
her.
that you
That's
get in
her.
person. She is so genuine. And yeah, she just basically said, I don't care how long it takes. You stay in the game and you keep on running. You keep on going. And that's what I'm doing.
Right.
That's solid advice.
When you was
It really was, yes.
when you was describing how she was talking to you, and it sounded like a jet
It
did.
did.
That was crazy, boy.
And everything she'd be like, baby, I'm telling you, baby, you gotta make sure be like, and that is Monique all day. But
It definitely
she's a
sound
great
like
person to work
definitely
with.
sound like I had a partner of mine that he had his cousin told him like, hey man, no matter where you go, keep a pen. Always keep a pen. Now this was before the digital era and everybody had a cell phone, but it was
Right.
like you never want to go anywhere without a pen because you can write on anything. But most of the time people don't have a pen, and it's like an icebreaker type situation, stuff like that. So
Right.
to this day, even though we have the technology that we have, my homie like he keep a pen on him at any given time.
Right.
No matter what, he can walk in here right now and be like, "Yo, Ace, let me get a pen." He gonna reach in his pocket, pull out a pen.
Yeah.
It's just creature of habit,
Right.
Just keeping good habits. That you always be prepared. You know
Right.
what I mean? So
Right.
when Monique saying that, I can see exactly that whole thing.
Yeah.
Like it's just like you got to be ready, got to be prepared.
And I don't go anywhere without him now.
good.
Like and I felt so crazy the day that she said, "Do you have a car?" And I'm like, "No." And I hated to tell her no. But before we finished filming, we were filming almost Christmas at the time, and I was her stand-in at the time. Before we finished filming, because we filmed for a few months straight, before we were done, I had my cars, and I made sure she got one and
Right.
her assistant. Yeah.
That's dope. What's a stand-in?
A stand-in is basically, say for example, if we were filming a show right now, to keep the main actor from getting exhausted, like a stand-in, your stand-in would be your height, of course, a black male, your height, your body build, someone that kind of looks like you.
Gotcha.
Mine would be somebody plus size. Jimmy would be somebody 6 feet tall and slim.
With a beer
so
belly.
basically, you say, well, what?
With a beer belly.
With a beer belly. But it's just basically someone of your size and physique. And
Gotcha.
when the cameras are rolling, the stand-in basically stands in your spot so they could get the camera angles right, so they could get the lighting right and stuff like that, so it doesn't exhaust the main actor. And once
Okay.
the cameras get back to rolling, the stand-in moves out the way and the main actor takes their place
Gotcha,
back.
gotcha.
So you basically just mimic what you see them doing, like their steps and stuff. You really don't have to know their words, but it's good to know them because once you know their words, your body language can tell their story as well,
And see, y'all missing something else now. You know them words, people get impressed by that. Like if you come in there, if I'm filming you and you standing there for Monique and you know every line that Monique is about to say, I'm sitting back looking at it like, well, who is this?
You never,
Yeah.
when you're ready, you never have to get ready.
Man,
That's right.
I'm just saying, y'all need to pay attention.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here thinking like for real, that's how stuff happen. Like who knows? Like Monique, what if Monique said, I don't want to do the show no more. I don't know how they work, contracts and all that. But if you know all the lines, you prepared. Me as a director, I'm gonna remember that you were prepared when you really didn't have to be. Give her a call. She got a card. She keep her cards with her all the time.
Right.
Boom, right there. Let me get that card. Call
And
you.
I'm one of those people, if I can make sure I hand it out, you have to be professional about it. You
Right,
can't
right.
just walk around, hey, trying to give the director and everybody your card. But when you have those quick moments when you're on your lunch break or, just having a conversation and they seem like they're approachable, if you can hand them a card, but your timing has to be good. Your
Right.
timing has to be right because you can't just bombard them because they'll be quick to say, you know what, you were prepared, but we don't want to see you no more because you're interfering, So you have to make sure your timing is right when you're doing
Gotcha,
stuff like that as
gotcha.
well. Yeah.
Before this LA trip, like how much time did you have to prepare for that?
Oh man, before the LA trip, I would say maybe a week.
Me and Hustle was talking about that. We
I
was
had
like,
a
I wonder if it was like a month in advance or
No.
so that let you know the level of hunger to just up and
Dip out.
dip out.
Let's go.
Cause
Yeah.
I can see me now. I ain't gonna lie. I have an excuse or two. I'm gonna think of
We
something.
all make excuses sometimes.
Yeah, I'm gonna think of something, but that's I don't know. I like that.
You know, them opportunities only come every now and then.
Exactly.
Right.
And shout out to my girl Najee, because I gave myself an excuse. We decided, you know, that we were going out there, she and I, her people, and I was like, I just found out about an audition workshop they're having, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just pay to attend the workshop, I'm not gonna audition. She was like, what the fuck? What? Yes, you are. This is an opportunity that comes once in a lifetime.
Right.
Yes, you are. You need to get your ass online,
Right.
find an audition, or if you don't already have one memorized, find it. You go ahead and pay, and you go ahead and submit. And see, the thing is, when my pressure began, because as soon as I found out about it, I said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. But I didn't realize once you submit to say I want to audition, you have to give them the name of the audition as well. So it's like now I have the pressure of learning something, of learning audition real quick, but also finding something that was gonna be befitting to me.
Right.
So y'all know you have to just include God in everything. I
Gotta
kid
do
you
it, gotta
guys
do it.
not. I prayed and I was like, Lord, please, I don't have much time. Send me, help me to find the right audition. Help me to find something that I will be able to embody and I'll be able to live. And you see the audition that I ended up choosing.
Right.
So you think your shit don't stink, huh?
Yeah, that's you. That's you. Nailed
But
it.
yeah, so I ended up like literally after I prayed, I found it like in less than 10 minutes. And I had less than a week to practice it and to learn it. And yeah, it was a lot of real late nights. But yeah, I was able to get through it and I'm so thankful.
See, I always wondered, like, with acting, because, like, my short-term memory is horrible. So, like, memorizing lines, like, how do you have a method to that madness?
I'm still learning the method. When I was in college, I found out about. I haven't been able. Well, I've attempted to test this theory. I don't know if it's necessarily true, but I've heard some people it work for them. If you chew bubble gum while you're studying something, the same gum that you chew while you're studying it, chew that gum when you're having to memorize it, or when you normally it's for a test because you can chew gum during a test.
Gotcha.
But at the same time, they say if you chew gum that you're able to memorize stuff. Like I said, I've tried to test it. I don't quite know, but it's repetition. Me,
Gotcha.
when I learn a script, basically I do the first 2-3 lines, and then I do the next 3-4 lines, and then I do the next, and then I keep on going, and then I start putting it together, and then I keep on. But you know, once you if you understand the script and you understand what it is that you're trying to portray and the story that you're telling, it helps you to memorize it better versus it just being words that's on the paper. You know? But me personally, I do it maybe 2-3 lines at a time, and then I go to the next couple lines, and then I just get it until I'm all the way there.
That's cool. Do you do a lot of improv, or is there room for improv when you're in the roles that you've been dealing with lately?
Sometimes I feel like I suck at improv. I'm trying to get better at that, but I realize like in my acting classes, I'd be like, oh, I'm shitty. Everybody else seemed like like they were better than me, but at the same time, I haven't worked on anything to where I've completely improv. Like I've had a couple projects. Like I worked on a project called Man Up. Shout out to January and Shy and everyone else. But yeah, I worked on a film called Man Up, and you guys can be looking forward to that. It'll be coming out. I don't know like the release and how they're going to do the distribution and stuff, but it was a great short film. But it's certain times that they allow you to improv. Like, don't change the subject, don't change the story. But if you want to add a couple words to make it your own, or if you want to take a couple words away to make it your own, most people don't have a problem with that. So yeah, but it's really just based upon the director, the producer, and what it is that they're asking for. But me watching other A-list actors and stuff on set, I've seen them kind of switch words up, and they don't trip on them because it's like when they switch them up, it kind of, like I say, they make it their own. It's just, it seems more realistic. So
I was flipping through channels one night. I don't know if it was BET or TV One, and I came across you, and I had a double look. I was like, "What the fuck?" And it was one of them crime shows with Malik Yoba.
Oh yeah, Justice by Any Means.
That I love crime shows.
Okay.
So
Hey, me too, man. I like
yeah. And it was one of them shows where you kind of just like she act the part, but you don't hear her saying nothing, but you can see her acting or whatever. But what did you have to do to prepare? Like, did you have to get into any kind of different mindset to be that person?
I did.
Yeah.
They sent me the script, and see, and I don't know if when you don't have to know the words. I don't know how other actors and actresses and stuff how they do it, but they sent the script,
Right.
and when they sent the script might have been like 130 pages or so.
Mm-hmm.
I read the whole entire script because I wanted to know their story. I wanted to know what happened, what they experienced, and stuff like that. And the show that I ended up doing, it was a true story. It was a young lady. Her name is April Howell. She's so strong to me, but her niece was murdered by a guy. Are you from here?
No, I'm from Macon.
Oh, okay. Well, it was by a basketball player named Javaris Crittenden.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know.
I know the
okay.
story. I know the
yeah,
story.
so that's the story that we did.
Oh, wow.
I just read the story, and I felt her pain because that's her nieces and nephews. I mean, that was her nieces that happened to, and I placed myself in her shoes, and the fact that what if that was my niece,
Right.
and even in a situation like that, you could just, even if you really can't relate with losing someone to gun violence, if you're a compassionate person, you still feel their pain when you learn that story. And I'm one of those people that I hate to see people hurt. I hate to see people going through stuff. So when I read the script, it took me to a different place, and I took myself outside. I stepped outside of Sarah, and I tried to step into Miss April's shoes,
Right.
and they said that I did a good job, and I constantly ask the directors and producers, if it's something I need to be doing differently, let me know. If
Right.
it's something I need to increase or take, just let me know. And they were like, no, keep on doing exactly what you're doing. You're doing a great job. And yeah, I feel that I did a pretty decent job telling her story.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you that that night we was at Hustle Spot, but because I know that was a true story,
Yeah.
so I was just wondering if you had to do something special to really get into her world at the time of that was going on.
And I studied her Facebook page too. We
Okay.
weren't friends on Facebook just yet. We are now.
Okay.
Hey, Miss April, if you're there, I don't know, but I looked on her page, and I was able to see pictures of the young lady that
Okay.
died. I think they called her Pepe or something like that. But I was able to study. I looked at her pictures out because she left. She had 3 or 4 children. So I looked at different pictures. Looked at they had pictures of her gravesite, different pictures, and I just tried to, like I say, just put myself into their world, just
Right.
so I can feel or try to attempt to feel what it is that they went through, and just to see the people that I was the person that I
Right.
was portraying and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just a matter of preparing. It's a matter of I suggest any script that you ever receive, even if you have 2 lines in it, read the whole entire script if you have time, because those 2 lines can make the whole script can make a big difference in how
Those
you
2
portray
lines,
those
right,
2 lines.
right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Are you ever in a position where you have to? It takes a while for you to get out of character.
Good question.
I have not yet. When it came to Justice by Any Means, I think that was the most in character that I really got, because of the fact that I knew it was a true story.
Right.
And I knew, like, this woman is really feeling this pain that I'm pretending to feel, but this woman is really feeling this pain. So it took a lot, and I really had to take that serious,
Right.
So I think Justice by Any Means would probably be,
That's the one.
main
Okay.
one, yeah.
Dope. So look, what's next for you? Like, hey man, you done climbed some heights, man.
Just leveling up. That's
It's
what-
coming
leveling
from
up.
where we come from though. Like, these stores be extra special to me because we always hear about stars, especially in the field that we in, music.
Right.
They all seem to come from metro areas, the big cities.
Right.
So when I see or hear or come across somebody that's from a small town like me, really chasing that dream,
Yeah.
like that does something to me. I get
puts-
excited
puts-
about that.
Yeah, me too. And it kind of, you feel more responsible for your city, like in a sense. Like I have to make my people proud. I have to show we got to show our people that they can do exactly what we're doing. We're from this little small little city, you know. So if we can do it, they can do it, you know. And that's something that I allow to keep on pushing me, because I really feel like I'm one of those people that I feel like my life is not my own. It's not, my life is not meant for me to just progress and take my selective people with me and not worry about anybody else. Like I really feel like while we're going, our struggles, everything it is that we're doing to get to where we're getting, our story is meant to inspire and to push and to pull other people too. And so, yeah, just the fact of us coming from Little Valdosta, like I think it would be maybe a little different coming from Atlanta, but being the fact that I'm from Valdosta, you from Quitman, it's, we have that responsibility of making sure that we are pushing and inspiring those that are paying attention, and you know, from a very humble standpoint, not oh, you see what I'm doing, you could do. No, it's not that at all. You have to remain humble about it, but at the same time, just whenever someone is expected or needing that light to be shined towards them or on them, have the time to be able to do it, because it's always somebody paying attention to you. And you know, a lot of people may not ever say anything about it, but people are inspired by you, Jimmy. I'm one of those people, you know. So we have, our responsibility is not just making it or getting to where we want to go in life. Our responsibility is making sure we push and we're helping the other our people to get there, you know. And it's just really and truly just being who we are, because you're humbly that person that want to see other people make it. Like Bunky White example, you know, like exactly. Like it's and the fact of how you made sure you were still you're still in your rapping, you know, and but at the same time you said at the moment I'm gonna put myself to the side and I'm gonna pull Bunky, and then we're gonna both start doing this thing together. It's not many people that can say they've done that. I haven't even done that. You know, like I'm constantly telling people about different castings and different things. Like I try to make everybody turn into an actor. Like I see something that look like it might fit your Vince to tell you. I see him castings like, man, they need a big bodyguard. People like, man, I ain't no goddamn actor. No acting. But yeah, just the way of how you did that. I think the world of you for being so selfless and actually saying, I see potential. I see talent in somebody else. I see talent and potential in myself, but I also see it in you. So you know what? Let me hand this olive branch to you, and let me help to pull you along, push you along. You know, and now Bunky is a household name
for sure.
You know, so yeah, that's what it's about though. Yeah, that's how we're supposed to be.
That's dope. Yeah. That's dope that you paid attention to that right there, man.
Like, I love you for that, Jimmy.
Like he don't like for people to talk good about him over here. No, Jimmy.
Jimmy deserves it, and that's the humble guy that he is. Right. But somebody got to do it.
Hey, man, hey. Go on here about 3 more minutes. Go on with it.
Well, Bunky, Bunky, if you're listening, you better make sure you be looking out while y'all still looking out for one another.
Yeah, man, that's dope. That's dope.
Definitely. So, before you get out of here, I think, can we do something we've never done before?
What's that?
Can you act out a scene?
Oh. You want me to give him that?
I mean, this just came up. Like, you know, I'm just like, give the people, you know.
This is so improv, right?
This is, I know, sorry. But, well, maybe a scene that you've already done before, just to give the people, you know.
You think your shit don't stink?
I think I should do that, right? Yeah, it's a monologue, yeah.
Monologue, no music, hold on. Oh, yeah,
let's go live.
We're going to get our Facebook Live going real quick while we set this up. But, you know, just something different. I feel like this is the first time we had an actress on the show. Why not? Man, I look kind of swollen there too, man. Like that was all that moving I did yesterday, y'all. This ain't real. It ain't real life.
Let's see. I have not said that since that night.
And I ain't got it in my phone no more.
It's okay.
All right, I'm gonna turn down the music so people can hear you.
So you think your shit don't stink, huh? Answer me. You really think your shit don't stink? You know what? But I'm gonna tell you what you are. You an insecure ass person, and you got issues. Have you not noticed that everything that you seem to say always seem to contradict itself? And the thing is, you got so much potential to be such a good person. But nah, you stuck in your own little weird way of thinking. No. Not today, absolutely not. I listened to you, and now you're going to listen to what I got to say. You're controlling. You're mind manipulating. You got a fucked up ass attitude, and you always try to turn shit around as if you're the one that's always right. And you do realize that shit don't necessarily make you a well-rounded person, right? Baby, listen. Me personally, I think that you're the way that you are because of how your family raised you. And while we at it, I also think that you're a little too closed-minded. If you just took the time just to open up, just a little bit, just a crack, Jimmy, you'll end up finding out so much shit about yourself. And them little demons that's running around on the inside of you, I guarantee you'll end up being so much of a happier person. And I'm talking about the happiness that we deserve. Not this show that you be putting on for these niggas, but the real happiness that we deserve. Just stop. Stop. I really need for you to hear the words that I'm saying to you and hear the sincerity in my voice. I need for you to work on getting Jimmy together. Because if you don't, I'm done. I'm fucking done, man. And see.
Hey,
Man, hold on. Hey,
I'm over this bitch in character too.
Like what?
Like,
Say it again.
damn, nigga.
hey, I'm gonna tell you like this right here. Boy, I thought that was a real conversation.
Like you gonna read me in front of these people?
I was like, oh, hey, I was like, I was like, Henderson, what you did, bro? What's going on? Did you drop a tear? You was almost dropping a tear, right?
Almost. I got a little bit on when we recorded it. I dropped a half a tear.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this, right? It's different when somebody's right next to you, and I'm seeing you act, and I'm like, this feels like real life. Mm-hmm. That's a good job.
Thank you.
That felt like I literally for a minute thought like, and when you said Jimmy,
that was a little improv right there.
I was like, bro, what you do, bro? And Jimmy over there, he really a character. He like with the still face, just like
he was. He added the pressure.
I was like, bro,
say it again, girl.
Hey, Jamon just tuned in. He was like, I'm like, get it together, homie.
No, that's dope. So how can people connect with you if they want to tune in and see all you do right now? Yeah.
Oh nah, fat boy type of Jimmy, she a fool ain't she?
Oh yeah.
As for I'm actually having my website done right now.
Okay.
So as far as me personally, I have an actress page, Sarah Collins. You can follow me on Instagram, Insatiable Sarah, INSATIABLE Sarah, and the same as Twitter and Facebook. Snapchat, I'm still trying to learn about Snapchat. I'm so lame.
Nice,
I go on there every now and then, but Snapchat, it's everything is Insatiable Sarah.
I'm gonna have to get you to spell that again for me because
it's okay.
hold on one second.
Okay.
My app moving, so I got this 5S over here.
Jay, shoes do radio too.
I can see it.
Yep.
You got, I mean, the voice is there, and then the personality is there.
Natural.
I appreciate it. Shout out to Killer Groove for that. Killer Groove looked out. And see, that's another thing. How like everybody in Valdosta is not a crab. Like I mean, not to say that you've necessarily heard that, but you know, Groove. Groove looked out for me for 2 years straight, and
Yep.
that was definitely where I was able to brand myself and build my platform.
Right.
Through Star 105.3.
Yeah, definitely shout out to him. I just chopped it up with him Saturday.
Groove is the man.
Yeah, Groove
Groove
caught one of these.
legendary.
Man, Groove rocking that
got
thing.
one.
Groove
So
rocking
I
that
need to
thing.
make sure I get my
No, you'll
shirt
get yours
before
today.
I walk up out of
You get
here.
yours today.
Yes.
You get it
I
today.
support.
It's in
And
the
I don't
car.
want it free. I'm gonna pay for it.
No, it's all good. It's in the
I'm
car.
gonna pay for it.
It's in the car.
I'm still gonna pay for it.
I'm adding you on all of my pages, but
Okay.
for some odd reason, IG been logging me out. I don't know if it's
Me too.
okay.
Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been
I
logging
don't know
me
what's
out.
going
I'm
on.
like, what's going on?
Maybe you have to update or something. Is that an iPhone? You got an iPhone?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I got Droid. Team Droid.
Yeah, this must be an iPhone issue, but yeah, they keep logging me out. I'll go to my app and it's like log in. I'm like, man. But yeah, I'm adding on all of these things right here. I didn't even know how to spell insatiable. I just
INSATIABLE.
boom. So I think you're the only person using that word in your name.
Insatiable. I am insatiable. I'm never satisfied with where I'm at. I'm always wanting more. I always want more. See, I have to make sure when I let people know that is not the horny term, insatiable. People be like, why you carrying a name? You can't never, you real freaky like that.
Hey,
I'd be like, it has nothing to do with that.
It
I saw you looked over here, but no, I learned that in economics, but that's just basically, that's my story. I'm thankful for everything that God does for me. I'm thankful for every position that He puts me in, but at the same time, I remain hungry.
Right.
I'm never satisfied with where I'm at. I'm always wanting more. I'm always trying to grow. I'm always trying to be a better Sarah than I was yesterday.
Right, right.
That's what makes me insatiable.
Man, that's super dope. That's super dope. Well, look
I'm
here.
a fan.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We,
Go ahead and say it is what it is. I'm a fan.
I appreciate it.
we definitely appreciate you coming
Thank you
through.
guys so much for having me. I've really enjoyed you.
And you are definitely
Thank you.
headed where you're supposed to be. I know you're going to get there. Yeah, we are. We are.
We got this.
We got it.
We
Off
got
top
Jimmy.
now.
We got it. You too. I'm not leaving you hanging. That's
Off
right.
top now.
That's right. Yeah.
We going there.
Absolutely.
So, look, I'm going to go ahead and close.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and close. Like I said, once again, appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
Appreciate everybody watching the Good Hennessy Show. Of course, you know we always on every Monday at 7 p.m. on LiveHipHopDaily.tv. You can follow us on all social media outlets at Good Hennessy Show. That's
All right.
GOODHENNEC. Spell that thing, didn't I? You can follow my personal handle at Jimmy Hennessy. Jimmy Hennessy, you already know what it is. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? You can follow us on Live Hip Hop Daily too. It's spelled just like that background right there. Man, we gotta get another background, man.
I think the backdrop is pretty dope.
Yeah, we need like a bigger one. I want something colossal, nigga. I just want to use that word, by the way. But Jay Good, what's up?
Hey man, you can follow me on all things social media at Last Name Good. It's all spelled correctly. PaidInAmerica.com. That's Paid in America with 3 Ks. That's the album that's out right now. Y'all go and check it out. Let me know what you think. You can stream it for free, or you can pay for it and support indie artists. I prefer you pay for it and support indie artists.
All the time.
That's
All the
it.
time. Remember, this Saturday down there, if you're in the South Georgia area, stop by Lucky's in Valdosta April 1st this Saturday. You'll get to see me up there doing my thing.
I wish you the best.
You know what I'm saying? Oh,
You
man.
keep on blazing the
Oh,
stage,
man.
man.
We finna rock
I
the joint,
love it,
man.
Jimmy.
We finna rock this joint.
Yeah, boy.
And tune in to 107.9 The Beat and 102.7. They're giving away tickets. I think it's like 20 free tickets we're giving away for the show. I am buying 100 shots, the first 100 shots since the radio spilled the beans. Now I gotta do it.
Turn up. You the man, though.
I'm just
Where
saying.
that come from?
But we gonna rock
Let it
though.
We're gonna make it work.
We gonna rock though. Jet Light Prospect. We out.